Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm going to tell you guys a very weird story that actually it was an astral travel experience that I had, one of many at that. But this one was pretty much the one that started off my spirituality even more. It gave me a better understanding and a download of like spiritual knowledge and everything. And for some of you guys may not understand because some of you guys may not care for spirituality or not understand it or think it's just a trend thing that's going on. And trust me, let me tell you, spirituality is not a trend. Society has made it that way, but trust me, if you actually experience it and give it a chance to understand, to reach your higher self and Christ consciousness, trust me, you will understand it is not a trend. So, with starting off here, during this time, I'm gonna give you a little backstory before I started off here. During this time, I was really trying to understand myself because I was feeling really different, more than I already have before. And I was starting to feel down within myself. And I think, I think the night before, I had like a kind of a slight mental breakdown. Not a mental breakdown, but well, yeah, you call it a mental breakdown, whatever you want to call it. But I was starting to feel really depressed about certain things because I just felt alienated from the whole world. Because it's just like, even though I had a whole bunch of people who loved me, they didn't understand me, and I'm sure quite few of you guys will understand this. But the night after that, the next night, I was in my room. It was just a normal night. I was completely fine. Me and my mom, we were, well, we were good. We were starting to argue a lot over certain things, which is under a typical mother-son thing, but it wasn't something serious. But I think we were good that night. But anyway, that night before, it was just a normal night. It was just very simple. Everything was calm and everything. But when I went to sleep instantly. That's a weird thing for me because I'm a night owl. But I went to sleep like that. And I haven't, skated hard or anything like that, so I don't understand why I was tired. But I guess this was meant to happen. So to start off, I did start off with the dream itself. And I don't remember the dream specifically by detail, but after that dream was pretty much done, I woke back up, or at least I think I woke back up, and I went back to sleep. And next thing you know, I see myself. Actually, I thought I got up, but I believe it was just my astral body at that. But as soon as I got up and looked around, I was instantly somewhere in the cloud bank. And so you guys are like, "What? That is so weird," or anything like that. But understand, like, just listen through. And I was instantly in the cloud bank, and I wasn't scared. I didn't have no form of fear or anything like that. I thought it was pretty freaking cool because this was the last time before this I had an astral experience was when I was a kid. So to experience this again, I was excited, but I was curious on why I was up in the cloud bank. And so when I was looking around, I swear I was like right next to the sun or something because it was so bright. I couldn't see. I was squinting. Even my astral body was like just looking around. And I remember seeing like the tip of the mountains. Like the clouds were like right here and the mountaintops were like up here somewhere. Good explanation, Ryan. But anyway, I was walking around and I'm looking on the ground. It felt like I was on solid ground, but obviously you could tell it was clouds because I was being, engulfed by them. And the more I walked around, I saw these giant entities or beings or whatever just standing like in a formation, a circle, and there was an opening for me to walk through. And I was kind of like curious on why. I stopped for a second, but it was just something told me within myself to just continue to keep on walking. And so when I got into the center of them, it took a second. I'm looking around and I can't see any details of them, but I could see their outline. And these guys were like huge. And I guarantee some were slim, some were kind of, buff. So I guarantee it was male and female. I know one of them was female, but I'm gonna tell you that one when the end of this. And when I got into the center, it took a second after I looked around, and they started to talk to me one by one in their language. I'm calling it their language, because I don't, as physically, like if I tried to explain it to you guys, I guarantee you does not know this realm language, you know? So they started to talk to me one by one in their language, and physically I couldn't understand it. But it was just like, for some reason in my spirit, my soul, my astral body knew exactly what they were saying to me. But at the same time, I was confused on what they were saying. I don't, if that makes sense. And I started to feel my body started to like tingle or whatever. It's like they were feeding me information. And this lasted for a long time. Well, from the astral body it did, but obviously when you come back, this realm has a different time than what you are there. But they started to feed me this information, and my body started to feel all tingly and everything. And I remember just standing there like in awe, like what is going on here? Like, I don't understand you guys, but my body does, but yet I'm feeling this tingly thing, what you guys are doing to me. And they were just feeding me information on how to, you know, how to go on with being a light warrior, being a starseed, indigo child, whatever you want to call it. And after, I'm gonna skip to the end, because all they were doing through this whole time was just feeding me information one by one. And it was about 12 of them too. So I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out what the 12 symbolism mean by each one by one. But the last one was a female. And she came up to me and she leaned down, and I couldn't still see her face. It was so bright. I still couldn't see her face. But the weird thing is, she spoke to me in English. And she told me, everything will be all right. Follow your path. And she told me to wake up. And it was so loud. And another weird thing is, she sounded exactly like my mother. Most definitely at the wake up part. And when she told me to wake up, I instantly jumped back into my body. And I'm in my bed, like looking around, thinking my mom is right next to me, telling me to wake up, like something urgent is going on. There was no one in my room. My door was closed. I'm gonna go check my mom. My mom was still asleep. And for a while, that kind of, it didn't freak me out, but I was still concerned, like what in the world just happened. And since then, it's like I have been a brand new person. It's like I leveled up. Like I got a whole bunch of rare candies and just engulfed them to like level 10 to level 35 or something, you know? But I hope you guys understood that Pokemon reference, but anyway. But yeah, so that's my story on the start of how I pretty much got a better understanding on my spirituality from some sort of astral travel entities or anything like that. So I hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe if you can. Please like this video and share if you can, because liking these videos will pretty much do me a huge favor. I'm trying to get these videos out here to help people grow within their spirit, reach Christ consciousness, and just be a better person in general on this planet, you know? So if you guys can please just go ahead and like this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.